Hello, welcome to the first Unscripted review. Today we are reviewing Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie from the Studio Series 86 line. Let us get them out of the box. So, Studio Series 86, Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie. Absolutely amazing and completely worth the $50 price point. Grimlock here feels like an actual leader class, unlike, say, the Earthrise Optimus that I have. I mean, Earthrise Optimus is absolutely beautiful and wonderful, do not get me wrong, but he is a bit pricey. Now, first, let's take a look at Wheelie. Wheelie could be absolutely amazing, but he only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of articulation. No articulation in the elbows, wrists, legs, ankles, nothing. He's just a lame, static figure. Grimlock, however, is an absolute beast of a transformer, completely outsizing the likes of Earthrise Optimus Prime. He is at least 2 heads taller than Optimus. He's giant and beautiful. His sculpt work is absolutely amazing. If you look at him, he's almost completely cartoon accurate. I'm pretty sure this is the closest we've ever gotten to a cartoon accurate Grimlock. His backpack, clean as hell, and cartoon accurate too. I mean, these flaps can't even be considered kibble because it's literally on the cartoon model. His posability, fantastic. He has almost no gaps as well in his mold, except for these little ones. But who cares about those? When you've got a figure like this high quality, I mean, who gives a darn about the little gaps in the forearms? Now, let's move on to posability. His head is on a ball joint. He can look up, down, left. That's not left. Right? Yeah, that's not right either. But you get the point, right? Sorry, let's just take a moment to admire that head sculpt. His arm moves all the way out. Can spin all the way around on an amazing sounding ratchet joint. He has a bicep swivel, an elbow bend, and a wrist swivel. His waist also has a swivel. His leg can move all the way forward and all the way back. And his knee bends about 190 degrees. Wonderful. And his feet have an amazing ankle tilt. Absolutely fantastic all the way. And I mean, if you really wanted to, you could bend this piece up, but why would you? I don't see the point in that. Also, these little metal toe parts can bend. Still don't really see a reason why. I think I know why, but nothing really fantastic. The transformation for this beautiful behemoth is satisfying, simple, and somehow cartoon accurate. I love it. So first, to get started with the transformation, what I do like to do is flip these pieces down and flip these pieces out and bend them in. And then combine them. Join them together. Then pull this piece out. Position it like that. Same on the other side. Then next, pull them both in. That way, it makes the tail. Next, we fold in the fists to make the legs, bend them forward, and pull the entire chest downwards. And we can sand him up, and he looks absolutely ridiculous now. What sometimes I like to do, what you can do is, you can get one of those ridiculous looking alt modes with Grimlock's head just popping out, actual robot mode head popping out. But if you want to open that up, close this down, close that in, and then finally, for the final touch, you bring down the dinosaur head, and we'll make it look forward. And look at this dinosaur mode. It is completely cartoon accurate. I even looked at the cartoon model to see if these little stripes were cartoon accurate, and in a way, they actually are. There is no robot mode kibble in this form at all. Look at that Autobot badge. He is wearing it with pride. The articulation is amazing for a dinosaur mode. You can look up, down, and his jaw can open. His neck can turn. You can even have him have a snap neck. His arms are not my favorite, but still they do. They can kind of go around in a circle, bend down like that, all the way. So it can be a bit loose sometimes. The legs can bend back like that, and forward, like just on the with the elbow joint. But you just push this forward, and there you have Grimlock. Grimlock, of course, is not complete without his companion, Wheelie. Wheelie, even though he sucks, does look kind of nice. He has this nice little slingshot that's awfully tiny. And you can actually, with these little holes in his knees, plug him in here. Right? From what I've noticed, you had to move Grimlock's arm up in order to actually fit him. Now, it takes a second to plug him in, usually. Then you can just have him riding Grimlock. Well, he's in dinosaur mode. Just like on the box. Only from the front view, really, does it look good. But from the back, it looks really funny with Wheelie. Because he just looks like he's holding on for dear life. And I honestly really enjoyed that. If that was done on purpose, that's absolutely amazing. Now, something I forgot to touch on was Grimlock's wonderful double-barreled blaster that can just pop in right here into these two little slots on the back. Let me move Wheelie out of the way. These two little slots. I really don't like the look of it, and also it's an absolute hassle to get it done, so I just kind of leave this hanging around. Another one of my favorite things is that you can just open Grimlock's mouth and perfectly put Wheelie in. So I'm pretty sure in the movie there's a scene where Grimlock had Wheelie in his mouth. Another thing is, something I sadly can't demonstrate the power of, is Grimlock has a 3mm peg there, just like Wheelie has all around him, and he has right here on his neck for Wheelie to peg into. Fortunately, Wheelie's legs are too thick in order to put those in, so you can't really peg Wheelie into there. Now, it is time for my verdict of this beautiful, beautiful behemoth. For my biased opinion, I'd say he's a 10 out of 10. He's absolutely beautiful, and that's just my bias for classic-based Transformers figures, because I absolutely love 80s style Transformers. Now, unbiased, I'd probably give him 8.8, maybe 8.9 or 9.1 because of the Wheelie being my biggest detraction from this wonderful figure. I think I'll go for a 9.2 for this figure as my unbiased, and a 10 out of 10 for my biased, because this is beautiful. Wheelie, while is absolutely lame, is a nice touch, because in poses and if you have him set up on your shelf, he looks absolutely wonderful with Grimlock. And that's it. Thank you for watching. This was the first unscripted review of Studio Series Grimlock.